Hello class, and hello Professor Evers. My name is Nick Brzezinski and I am doing the Sense of Place field trip. Right now I am on the FGCU bridge and I am about to go walk through the FGCU nature trail. I love doing it. I like to walk through the trails at least like once a week with my friends and stuff, and kind of enjoy nature. So the first thing I want to talk about is the required video we were supposed to watch for the Sense of Place field trip. And that video was the Nature RX video. I found it quite humorous. I was laughing my butt off for most of the video. So in the video, there was this guy talking about how he needs nature and how they're trying to essentially prescribe nature to treat people for anything, for low self-esteem, depression, and they're suggesting that they want people to try walking out into open areas and go through nature trails and just kind of live life. And once again, the video is really funny and I can relate to it actually. So when I find myself feeling down and pretty blue, instead of sitting inside, I actually like to go outside and do activities with my friends, or come to FGCU and walk the nature trails. I find it really relaxing. I also like to do it when I'm really stressed out. If I have like during exam week, or if I have a couple big tests coming up, I like to spend at least like 1 hour that day walking through the nature trails and kind of de-stressing. So that is where I'm finding myself right now, on the FGC nature trails. Right now I'm about to sit down up against a tree, close my eyes for 5 minutes, relax, take a couple deep breaths, and find my sense of place here in the FGCU nature trail. All right, those 5 minutes are up. So when my eyes were closed, I could hear the birds chirping, I can hear leaves and branches hitting against the trees, lizards running through the grass, and I could hear the gust of wind blowing through. The first question, which was write down 3 words that describe what you felt when you had your eyes closed. So the 3 words that I would say that described how I feel were tranquility, belonging, and relaxation. Sitting down for 5 minutes with my eyes closed kind of gave me time to recoup and relax. I chose the words tranquility because I was at peace with myself and at peace with nature. It felt like I chose the word belonging because I connect with nature, I feel like, and I feel like everyone should. And out here, I feel like I belong out here. I also do like to do activities that involve nature, such as like fishing and hiking, camping, canoeing, and all of that. So question 2, when you were a child, did you spend your time outside, or was your childhood indoors, and why? When I was a child growing up in Tampa, Florida, I spent, I'd say, 95% of my time outdoors. I was heavily involved in sports. I played soccer and baseball growing up, so I was always at the soccer field or the baseball field. And when I wasn't doing that, I was fishing with my father. We have a 20-foot bay boat, so he'd always take me out on the weekends. We'd go out, we'd catch red drum, we'd catch flounder and snook. So I love being outdoors. I love fishing. we live like 10 minutes away from the water in Clearwater Beach and Oldsmar. We're like right in that area in Tampa. So we'd always be on the water. My dad has a bunch of kayaks and paddle boards, so we do that. We'd also go surfing a lot. You can't surf over here on the Gulf, so we would always go over to Cocoa Beach and surf. And in the winter, I would go up to New Jersey or upstate New York, sometimes North Carolina, and we'd go skiing and snowboarding. And we'd also go mountain bike riding, and we would do everything outside. So it was really fun. None of my family likes sitting inside and watching TV or playing video games. So I'm very fortunate my dad brought me up that way. Question 3, was your time supervised or did you get time to explore on your own, and why is distinction important? So when I was a kid, most of my time was unsupervised. I'm thankful I didn't have helicopter parents like some of my buddies. With that being said, my friends and I would get into some trouble, but I'm very thankful for that, and I'm thankful that I got time to explore on my own and learn about things in nature and learn about things in life on my own. And I feel like that's very important growing up, to have time to really find yourself and find your belonging and what you like, what you don't like to do. There's actually one time, a few times actually, so across from my house in Tampa, there's these woods and a lake. So my buddies and I, we would always go into the woods, and we kind of made our own nature trail and cut out a path. It took a few days, but we would cut out a path, and we actually built a tree house, and we cut down branches or used fallen branches, and we built a ladder up the tree with the wood and made a tree house. So that was a fun memory that I had from my childhood. My parents actually thought it was really cool. So distinction is important because it's important to be different in life. If you're the same and not your own person, nothing in life would be fun. You could look at it as if you're eating the same meal, chicken and rice every day, you get bored of it. You want to switch it up and have something different. So being different and finding yourself is extremely important in life, and it makes character and kind of makes the world go round. Question 4. How did your childhood experience with nature influence your relationship with the natural world today, and what does that relationship look like? So my childhood experience with nature was very, very great. I loved it. I love being outside. As I said for question 1, I was always outside fishing with my father or hiking and doing all of that stuff. So my childhood experiences have influenced me today in ways where I find myself, I'm always out here in the nature trail. I love hiking. I just got back from a snowboarding trip in North Carolina with my best friend. We didn't go with our parents or anything. It was just my buddy and I, and we actually enjoyed it. So I'm thankful for my childhood experiences with nature. I've had a few bad experiences with poison ivy and some bug bites and rashes, but it's just part of life. There's another question that says, do you have biophobia? And I do not have biophobia. As you can tell, I'm out here in the nature trail. I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of snakes or poison ivy or anything like that. I don't like walking through spider webs, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm not scared. So, question 5. Now think about the people being affected by the challenges we are currently facing in this country and around the globe. Reflect on this through sustainability, and how we can take care of each other in better ways. What is your individual part in that? So I think with everything going on today, everyone can agree that it's quite chaotic and crazy. It's also a bit scary. Personally, I like to step back and kind of enjoy life and nature and get away from politics and everything going on in today's world with terrorism and all of the scary and tragic things. As far as sustainability goes, global warming is a real thing. Population growth is at a steady increase. And a lot of this happens in third world countries that are lacking a healthy economy, and some ways that we can help that and help other countries would be going over there and kind of helping them set up and bringing food and water to these third world countries. Because a lot of the times what happens is in these poor communities, there's an even higher increase in population. And that is to have kids that work for them and kids that bring in money. And it's quite tragic, actually, if you think about it. And with population growth, people are going to need more places to live, more housing. There's going to have to be woods and forests that are going to be chopped down to build on. And those are things we need to be aware of and kind of preserve nature, because this is very beautiful being out here. So people can take care of each other in better ways by something as simple as using less fossil fuels and less energy, less electricity, less water. Even something as simple as walking to the grocery store or biking to the grocery store to get your groceries rather than driving, even if it's a mile or 2 mile walk. Something as simple as that can change the world and there will be less pollution and all of that, and that would help better everyone. That would better everyone, better air quality, and I personally, my role in this and how I play my part is that I do drive to the grocery store sometimes when I have to get heavier stuff like water and cases of water and all that. But when I only need a few things, I like to skateboard to the grocery store or walk, because it's only a mile down the road, and that's my part in it. I also try to take short showers. I only, instead of showering twice a day, I shower once a day, in the evening usually. So I'm using less water, and I also recycle. People think that, it's very hard to change the world, but when you have a lot of people and everyone's recycling and doing their part, it adds up. Upon stepping in here, I was quite stressed, and now I can actually breathe, so it feels nice. Additionally, I wanted to add on that besides just being in here and finding your sense of place, walking through the nature trails once a week or twice a week is also great exercise, and it's fun.